Alright, so we're going to go over how to switch over to the Red Zone. It's a new build by Chef Kodi that is excellent for uh, people that want a faster Kodi build or people that are having storage issues. Also, if you just want the latest add-ons available, so like Destiny and the new version of Sports Devil that came out. Are all available in this build. It's a different experience, so definitely you want to fast forward to the last 2 minutes in the video to check this out before you get started. But we're going to go over how to switch over. Simply just click on your Kodi application, allow it to load, and then follow these instructions. We're going to come down in the Xenon section and we're going to find the Chef Kodi wizard. If you click on this and it ever gives you an error message, I'm going to go over that real quickly just so everybody stays on the same page. Basically, you just have to clear out the settings. So what you would do if that gave you an error message is you come down to the add-ons. See where I am down here? Click add-ons. Click my add-ons. Scroll down to program add-ons. And we are looking for it's going to be the Chef Leia wizard. By the way, this is available for Kodi 18 only, so definitely if you're on Kodi 17, you're not going to want to do this. This will not work. But for everybody else, simply long press the Chef Leia wizard or click your menu button, click settings, and I scroll up and over to the bottom and you're going to click defaults. Click yes. And what I do is I scroll up to the top, come to install settings, I click sources, so make sure that these are on. Make sure your my favorites, sources, advanced settings, and whitelist add-ons are turned on. Let's see if there's anything else in here we need to mess with. So on build options, go ahead and turn off show Isengard builds, turn off Jarvis 17. Just make sure the only ones that you're seeing are 18 builds. This way you won't accidentally install a build that's not made for your version of Kodi. And then go ahead and click OK. Now we're just going to click Chef Leia Wizard one more time. Click open, and now everybody's on the same page. We should all be getting into the Chef Leia wizard. And if you're still on 17 and you are having, we're going to click on Chef Builds. And we are going to click Dig's RedBolt right here at the top. And go ahead and click Chef Fresh Install. Click Continue in green. It's going to go ahead and clear everything out, so you can go ahead and put down your remote somewhere safe. This is a really light build, and the main reason why is that it doesn't have anything really installed on it. You go through each section and you can click on things and it'll ask you if you want to install them. So you can actually, skip all the sections that you don't, use. If you don't use like kids animation or live TV or sports, for example. If you're using mainly your apps, which we recommend for live TV and sports, keep your build light, you know. Go ahead and skip those sections. That's what we're basically doing right now is rolling out add-ons and replacing them with better performing streaming applications and just putting the shortcuts directly in the build to make it easier for you to access them. But there is one app that is working, or one Kodi add-on that is working really well for sports right now. I'm going to point that out. I can't remember the name of it right off the top of my head, but it's basically a new version of Sports Devil, and I'm pulling it up on my computer right now so I can give you the name, but it's definitely one that you want to try out. So it is called Sportowa. So the word sport and then OWA, all in one word. But the section in there, you want to go to Sports 365 Live. They've figured out a way to fix that to where it works really well. But yeah, in general, I would say that the applications are only better, but it always, you know, it rotates. So like one year you'll have excellent Kodi add-ons for sports that are super convenient and super easy to use, and then the websites will wise up and they'll start blocking them, giving the developers problems, and also, you know, more other things will happen. But the applications generally don't have to worry about that as much because they aren't affecting those websites as much. They don't have as much traffic that they're pouring into it. Just Kodi is growing in popularity every day around the world, so it's a lot of demand. Oh, I got a wizard error. So in this situation, I was almost done. I'm going to click fresh install one more time. I'm going to click continue and just give it one more go. Sort of glad this happened because we run into situations where customers reach out to us about things like this, and to be honest with you, it's probably happened to me like once or twice in my entire life, but it definitely does happen, you know. And you see, it's just really easy to get right back into it. You just go ahead and click fresh install. You're right where you need to be. You just click it one more time again, and hopefully this time it'll go all the way through and begin extracting. So there it goes. Made the jump over to extraction. And that could be my device because actually I'm using a flash drive right now, and it downloaded the build perfectly, but it was having a hard time making the jump over to extract, and that's when it's trying to access my my little flash drive. So my flash drive might have kicked it out. But you never know what it is. It can be your internet, and it can be 1,000 different things. It could be an actual problem with the servers on their end, but just click it one more time and go ahead and go through it. With this build, you see it's 192 megabytes, so tiny. That's like the equivalent of 2 or 3 big apps like a Terrarium or Mobdro and one other app. So it's tiny. And when you're going through this, just make sure you don't go crazy if you're on a lower end device. Remember, you want to stay light. So I would recommend for video add-ons like 13 Clowns or something like that. Something that's reliable, you know, get that, and grab a few other things, you know, maybe, but just really add them as needed and try to keep things light. And yeah, when you're done installing your add-ons, you can come in and use the auto runs program to disable those add-ons. Normally we do that immediately right away because all the add-ons are already installed on your build and you just need to disable them from running in the background. But this one's sort of built in reverse. You sort of click the sections that you need and it will ask you if you want to install them. Just remember, after you install a few, if you're having any issues with speed or it seems like things are sluggish, definitely go back in there and I'm going to show you how to get to the favorites so you can get to your auto runs program. But when it's done, just go ahead and click on Kodi, your white Kodi icon. Give it 1 second for it to load. You're waiting for all the icons to light up and for it to do those background tasks. So definitely don't do anything right now. We're just going to wait for about a minute or two. For this one, I would say 3 minutes should be safe for every device. But definitely wait for it to do its thing. It's going to have a few pop-ups for us probably, just telling us that it's carrying over the whitelisted add-ons that we have and enabling those and whatnot. Alright, now just go ahead and pick your section. So if you have reel to grid or you're using like our 4K build, pop into here and they have the new Destiny right here. Stay away from this add-on unless you have reel to grid, I would say, pretty much. It's an amazing add-on, but it does use torrents, and we are going to be coming out with, well, actually, if you have the most recent version of our regular build, we have the version of Destiny that's safe for people that don't have reel to grid. So if you have the light, Freedom Light version, it's an expander in your movies and TV show section. I would say use that, but just simply click on anything that you want to use. So if you're looking for movies, I would recommend Supremacy's good. That might already be installed too, and I would recommend 13 Clowns right now. So you click on 13 Clowns. It's going to ask you if you want to install it. Click yes. And all these sections are very, very straightforward. So if you're looking for anything, it's just directly in front of you. Just scroll up and down on the main screen. It even says favorites, and in the favorites at the very bottom of your favorites. So now we got the 13 Clowns up and running. And I'm going to click favorites. I'm going to show you how to get to the auto runs program. So once you've pretty much gotten all your add-ons that you're going to use, maybe a week from now, you're going to want to come up and click on the word favorites, scroll up and over, and click on wherever it says auto runs, or right now it's the number 3 spot right here. So I click that, and what I would do is I go through here and everything that says plugin video, you're going to go ahead and turn it off. So right now it's just plugin video .13 Clowns. I'm going to click that. Don't turn off YouTube and don't turn off Open Meta, or Open Meta, excuse me. So everything that says plugin video dot whatever besides Open Meta and YouTube, so everything else that you see that says plugin.video, not much right now because like I was saying, but everything should be the same. So the adult pin number, if you need that, is in your favorites at the very bottom. I just don't want to give that out just in case someone else is watching this video. But if you are looking for sports, click sports, and here's that Sportoa. Go ahead and click that. Yes. And we're going to go to Sports 365 Live in here. This was working pretty well the other day. It has a ton of different links in here, so it might require a little bit of of digging, but other than that, it's been doing really well. So let's try this Brewers game. So I got an error on the first one. I'm going to click the back button and just come down and try link number 2. See if the second one errors out. That's the way this works. If it doesn't work, basically you get an error message. I apologize. Yeah, I was definitely having better luck with this when I tested it out the other day. But such is nature. It's just a hit or miss type thing. So yeah, I would say if you get 2 or 3 bad links in one, just go ahead and back out and try another. But this is the reason why I prefer basically going directly to the websites. Like the shortcuts we have in the Freedom build, go directly to the sports websites that we're trying to go to right now that are getting blocked and airing out. They do have pop-up messages basically, but really you just click the back button or just click stay here and you get around those. But that is that, my friends. Here's the new RedBolt build. You have access to all the add-ons that you had, pretty much all the add-ons, I would say, that you had in the Xenon build, but you can add them at will, so on demand, just whenever you need something. And it's a lot lighter, a lot more straightforward. Everything's straight in front of you. But that is RedBolt. Enjoy.